all of the in-game situation and acts with the maximum efficiency to execute the better result for his team. And we can move into the draft already. And the Diggy is like first ban here. It's like those were favorite picks, I guess, last couple of tournaments. So yeah, they absolutely prepared for this kind of stuff and just decided to ban it.
Yeah, the Diggy's going to open up the possibility for a Minotaur play for either side. I mean, in NA, we usually see the Minotaur slotted in, or right after that, a possible Tig could be an answer. You are seeing that Claude banned out. That is one of the major marksmans that's been currently slotted. The carry is still available, is a strong option. The Guinevere actually made it through the first ban phase of this draft. Can be a viable jungler or flex to the XP lane or flex as a roamer if necessary. A very strong pickup. The Arlot is gone though, which means it won't be the best synergy paired up with the Guinevere with that additional CC, but the Gwyn still a solid option. Mathilda was banned out though. Barat's still on the table. Like we said, a heavy picked up roamer, or not roamer, but jungler. But speaking of roamers and possible XP laners, you're going to see BURMESE wasting no time picking up the Ruby.
Yeah, Ruby, second time is going for the first pick here. And yeah, last time it went super good, but it wasn't quite enough. But still good. And the Guinevere and the carry, we was talking about carry. By the way, DEUS VULT have new gold laner now from the different team. It was like young prospect, and it's going to be the good test for him, and starting from this game with carry.
Yeah, I like the carry. I mean, especially with that Claude being banned out, DEUS VULT's had a game plan. They said, hey, we're not going to let both marksmans walk. We'll definitely get one of the major ones slotted in that carry and not allowing the Claude. There is a Brody still on the table, though. I wonder if BURMESE will take that, especially with the Guinevere, which is a heavily dive-oriented hero. When you have the Brody, you have the Corrosive Strike. It's a little bit of that stun. Pair it up with the Flicker, and you have some great mobility. But they are going to go in for something that's just as good, I feel like, at least recently. But it's the Natan. I feel like the Brody's a little bit better. I haven't seen the highest success rate with the Natan in the NA scene yet. But it has been slotted a lot, surprisingly. So hopefully today we get to see some mastery from the side of BURMESE pulling it out. But something that we got to see work really well last game, but not pull off the victory, they are going to pull in the Martis.
Yeah, it seems like they watched the previous game and thought like, oh, the draft is good, but the execution isn't there. We're gonna go do all this perfect. But a couple of words about Nathan. Like, I don't know. I played Nathan a lot, and it's like good hero, but it seems like, at least for me, he's working only when enemy don't know how Nathan works exactly. And when you kind of know how he worked, it's not that hard to counter him. He's like pretty good, but he's a glass cannon. He really wants to like stay in with the ult, have his stacks, and like fast kills. He has insane amount of damage, but he need to achieve that window when he just can stay on a one place and damage a lot. And this might not happen if your enemy is aware of what you want to do. So it's going to be really interesting game. I love to see Nathan. And in my opinion, he can't win on the lane carry, but he can't either lose the carry as well. If carry goes like with this region, HP region build, he's not going to be able to harass her out. She's way too tanky. And on top of that, if he make a mistake and he catches first kill from the carry, he might even lose the lane. But I guess the players on this level understand all of this.
I think the Minotaur would be great here. Looking at DEUS VULT, they can definitely... either side can use it. BURMESE would be great because they'd be able to definitely catch a lot of those heroes at bay, especially with the Diggy being banned out nice and early. But they don't have priority on the second phase of this draft, which means DEUS VULT may be able to steal it if they're keeping their eyes on it. Now, CC was picked up from Kid Bomba. It's going to work in his favor. I can't wait to see how that kind of goes. Did excellent inside of M5. Definitely a crowd favorite over there from the side of DEUS VULT. BURMESE They have the Martis, good anti-CC, especially up against that Guinevere, who's going to be trying to dive in. Now, I wonder why they banned the Diggy, though. Are they trying to bait out the Minotaur? Are they trying to get it themselves? Time will tell. As the final ban, has been finalized for both sides. They're going to go ahead and take out the Brats, trying to limit the jungling capability. It looks like they might expect this to be a Guinevere roam, which is the beauty about it, right? It can be a flex pick, it could be XP, roam, jungle, you name it, it can do it. But definitely with the CC in there, that'll be the XP laner. Now, do we even consider Ruby the XP for this one? It's a flex pick as well, which could also be the roamer from Burmese schools.
It's like, you know, this draft, two-sided variations when you can, like, make your enemy guess, because it can be either roam, like last game we saw the roam Ruby, and it might be exp as well, but exp, like, I don't know, Ruby is way too defensive on the X plane, and especially CC is going to pressure Ruby, and Ruby is gonna be forced to clear the wave second under turret, and this allows enemy explainer to rotate and pressure your team, which you don't want to appear. And the Minotaur, yeah, Minotaur. I just wanted to credit the Digi ban. I don't think Digi ban is because Burmese GHOULS want to pick big crowd control. I think it's their, I mean, part of the reason, sure, but the most part of this reason is because the DEUS VULT are so good with playing with this kind of vision-given heroes, which is Selena and Digi. They like play using this information super good. I think this is the main reason, and it also scales to the late game and start being the problem. Digi.
Yeah, it definitely could also be, you know, because Sawo, on how well he kind of performs on the Digi as well. A little bit of that comfort pick, taking it out of his hands, a secret weapon on the way. And we're going to see Burmese skills. They're not really going to waste any time in the draft, just quickly selecting their final picks. They are going to pick up that Baxia. So this may be a Baxia in the jungle, which means the Martis will be in the XP lane, and the Ruby will be the roamer, if I'm looking at this correctly, for the side of Burmese schools. Looking at DEUS VULTs, though, they do have that Minotaur. Nobody to really stop them from popping up that Minoan's Fury for that group set. They do have a Lilia, though, to be able to deal some damage and burst him down. And then the final pick on the way for the side of DEUS VULTs, it's the Nana. How do you feel about that?
Oh, you called it. You called it. You wanted to see it. Almost impossible to guarantee.
And speaking of guaranteed, we are jumping into the land of Dawn. Inside of the virtual arena we go for Games of Future 2024. Two M-Series talents going head-to-head in Group Stage A. We're going to be seeing all the way outside from Russia. That's right, DEUS VULTs is back in action again, placing fourth in M5, going up against Burmese GHOULS, all the way from Myanmar. Which way will this game go? Will we see D-Lar leading the way on this Martis, which is actually in the XP lane in the Baxia jungle? Or will we see Magister pull out some magic tricks from his bag with the Guinevere jungle?
Yeah, we're going to see, but mid lane is being slightly pressured by DEUS VULT, and the river minion is being contested. Ruby joins. Ruby is actually... Baxia is there, ready to fight, but nobody contesting the river minion. Guinevere going for the X-plane rotation and almost level 4, gonna try to probably use the ultimate, but it's not the best target to gank. Actually, the Martis can easily dodge all of this CC.
Yeah, and speaking of Martis, you can tell he's definitely going a little bit more defensive, right? He picked up the concussive blast over there. So I'm definitely going to be kind of keeping my eyes on him. On the bot side, though, you are going to be seeing Stitch running on this Natan, going up against Hiko on the carry. Both really good heroes when it comes to bursting down your opponents, and it's going to be a battle of who can get to the late game items first. Now, I would definitely expect some heavy prioritization into the gold lanes. If you can delay either the Natan or the carry, by getting a kill on them, especially this early in the game, it's going to be huge to be able to take control of this match, as we are going to go ahead and see both teams ready to rotate around. Turtle has spawned in, and Saksa and Magister in position for the aggro.
And the Minotaur and the Ruby, which are the roamers, trying to take the level 4 on the mid lane, which not going to work, obviously, but if Turtle is being farmed, the team gonna get level 4 first, and the Guinevere going in right into the Saxa and follow up with the team which make the kill, but the Lar is revenging his fallen jungler with his own ultimate and trying to get the double kill, which absolutely works with the concussive blast you mentioned, which make unnecessary damage, and going for the turtle, I guess it's not Saxa gonna join right there, and the turtle is going to get farmed.
And that's going to be a double kill for a double kill. Kid Bomba able to get one first, and then D-Lar right on his back with the decimation is able to claim that and get the turtle, and now maybe able to get a kill as Sunset Lover trying to get out. Big flicker play, able to escape with 1 HP, and now the flank from the side bush in the mid lane. Kid Bomba trying to find on Magister. Very low, using the spatial migration to expand that distance back to his orange buff.
Yeah, 300 gold difference and red buff being farmed, and again, like gold laners are just like X laners, like I don't know, just 1v1, and the carry is actually being pressured a lot here. Ultimate probably popped out on the Nathan. Here Minotaur gonna get for the bot lane for some heals, and the Ruby is reading that kind of behavior, rotating as well, and the Guinevere going to gank Nathan, I guess, but it's going to be hard because of the pet purifies.
Yeah, definitely going to be a challenge. Both teams even so far, as we are looking at Myanmar up against Russia, DEUS VULT up against Burmese Ghouls. Kid Bomba, a crowd favorite, definitely leading the way so far. Highest kills on the board for the side of DEUS VULT, and then Burmese Ghouls leading the way with D-Lar stampeding through 2-0-0. Interesting enough, it's both XP laners leading the way in terms of the kills right now for both sides, but you're seeing some heavy focus onto the bot lane. You can see the Imafin go in, catch Sawo, but not able to deal massive damage.
Yeah, immediately heals back to almost full with the basic region. And seems like nobody is going to gank the bot lane, because the stacked up roamers on top of the gold laners, nobody wanted to risk it. Everybody wants like kind of unexpected attack, and this is absolutely expected to be expected attack. 300 gold actually still holding up to after the couple of minutes in. It means actually that all of the teams, that's a good thing is carry is doing, making Nathan lose one ballista, which is like 100 gold, and team on this level absolutely understanding this. Vengeance being popped, but not gonna work for the pure damage Martis is doing with his ultimate with the low HP, trying to go on and secure the turtle, but on the other hand, Ruby is actually ulting on the carry and follow up with the Nathan gonna kill the carry as well, and that's big for Burmese Ghouls. And on top of that, trying to even steal the red buff. No retribution being used on Baxia still, but yeah, that's a good sweep by Burmese Ghouls.
Yeah, able to get that turtle to give him a massive XP boost as well. Off to a great start. Now taking advantage for the early game, at least leading the way. But on the top side, Nico and D-Lar up against Kid Bomba. Stitch will take a turret on the bot lane. Kid Bomba very low, dealing some massive damage though. Able to catch D-Lar. Will shut him down. Saxa though from the side will crash into Kid Bomba. Maybe able to take him down. You are going to see him rush in. Kid Bomba able to escape with 1 HP. Showcasing his mastery over there on the CC. 4-3 so far. Burmese leading the way in terms of kills, but in the mid lane, the narrative may change. Magister expanding that distance with the spatial migration, able to get back to safety, and now focusing on the purple buff.
Wow, so good to see Kid Bomba on the CC, just dancing around the Baxia first skill, couldn't even stun him. Wow, you can rarely. I saw this kind of behavior when Yuzhong, you know, flying in and you kind of like circling him and he can't like touch you, but on the Baxia is very rare to see. Wow, absolutely great. Great follow-up on the first skill, not ultimate, but just first skill with the flicker on the Minotaur, immediately followed up with other CC, and now he's going to probably ultimate here. First skill being popped, only backshot being ulted, but he's trying to burst down. Him no burst down here, like Guinevere tried to go even further. Probably should just enjoy the backshot kill, not go for more, but tried to go for more and eventually didn't kill backshot.
Yeah, Stitch able to pick up his first kill though, which means it's going to put him a little bit ahead of Hiko on this carry. Now leading 5,100 to 4,900 for Hiko right behind him. Did pick up the Golden Staff though and the Corrosion Scythe. Hiko trying to get those core items. Feather Heaven picked up over there from Stitch alongside the Arcane Boots and the Holy Crystal. A lot of magic damage and pin, which should be translated into some massive output as he engages in these 5v5s. But like we said, it's 4-4 on the scoreboard. Burmese Schools was able to take that first turtle. Second one has spawned in. Can we see DEUS VULT contest this?
Yeah, they probably, I mean, the Burmese GHOULS is the one who gonna contest it probably. When you were trying to, like, it seems like they're trying to just bait the fight because they're not hitting the turtle, not trying to, just like I said with the Lil Gun, you remember? Like, they going for the objectives, and the DEUS VULT is kind of baiting for the fight. Ruby's two people ultimate immediately getting follow-up with the almost killing on Nana proc. The passive, exactly, to be exact, and no good answers from DEUS VULT actually might result their Lord kill here.
Yeah, Stitch able to take his second kill of the game. Takes down Hiko, actually, the marksman for the side of DEUS VULT, which now is going to give him a massive advantage compared to the marksmans both scaling to that late game. And then I want to kind of put some presence on D-Lar. Some great rotations across the map. He cleared his lane and then went to go join the fight on the turtle, which allowed them to get turret advantage for the side of Burmese Schools, now leading up by one turret and also able to claim that turret for the turtle for the XP boost. Lord has spawned in Burmese Schools at a slight advantage, now leading by 2,000 gold. May be able to clash it out and win these fights. Hiko off to a little bit of a rough start.
Yeah, rough start a little bit, but the carries also can't find the kind of space for a good fight. Always being in the range of that ultimate of Ruby and not being able to, like, kind of dodge with its second skill or the flicker. Kind of should go with the Purify, I guess, but it's too late. Need to work with the flicker now.
Yeah, and you're looking at two Purifies from Stitch and Nico, which would work great when Sawa tries to pop up that Minoan Fury, but with them on cooldown, could see a possible set on the way. Aggro from the Lord has been pulled, sitting at 50% HP. Kid Bomba rotating around, having some good zonage, trying to keep the side of Burmese Schools at bay, but it looks like they may be able to take this Lord. You're looking at a conceal play called out, though. Saksa winding up inside of the wheel, trying to find somebody to crash into. Double set with the I'm Offended, catching two members of DEUS VULT. Big knock-up, though, on the way from the Minoan Fury. Burmese Schools trying to hold out, but dealing some massive blows. You're going to see DEUS VULT rushing in for the kill. Hiko finds D-Lar, gets another, takes down Blink. A 2-for-none trade. Make that buy 3, get 0 deaths, as he's going to be able to take all 3 of them down for the triple kill. And we were wondering how Hiko would kind of play into this. Off to a little bit of a rough start, but now able to find his proper footing. Great way to be able to take this Lord, but little to no contest. And now DEUS VULT may be able to have the lead for this match.
Like, Magister didn't even ult on the Guinevere. He just, like, Minotaur kind of went in. He kind of forced to use his ultimate because he gonna dodge all of the CC, and he did. And the Guinevere at the same time jumped on the different direction just to save up and didn't even do anything in the fight. All of these kills went to Carry and the CC, basically, and the Nana.
Yeah, and now with this Lord, you may be able to see DEUS VULT claim some more of these turrets. They are now leading up by 1, able to take the tier 1 turret in the mid lane, which means now they have the opportunity to invade the orange and purple buffs with little to no contest from Burmese Schools, force them a little bit further back in their jungle. And you are going to see Kit Bomba. Great rotation around. We'll be able to proxy off this lane, take the tier 2 turret on the top side, and now a siege for the tier 2 in the mid.
Yeah, tier 2 Lord is being crushed pretty fast, and the second wave of minions on the mid lane probably gonna result the tier 2 tower, but the DEUS VULT actually enjoying like 3 towers, and that's gonna be the Lord. Called for good Lord, I guess.
Yeah, you are gonna see that tier 2 cleared in the mid lane. Now Burmese Schools sitting in their base with only the inhibitors to protect them from that base crystal being bursted down from the side of DEUS VULT. DEUS VULT, like you said, 2 M series talents, able to place a little bit higher in M5 over Burmese Schools, losing to Blacklist and placing 4th place, showing that they've definitely been practicing since the World Tournament. Burmese Schools, though, can't count them out just yet. Definitely have a shot. It's only 5 to 7. They're only down by 2 in terms of kills, but in terms of gold, you're looking at a 3,000 gold lead for the side of DEUS VULT.
Yeah, and the map control just rotate back to BURMESE GHOULS. They DEUS VULT didn't wanna presence here on the enemy side of map and just went back, let BURMESE GHOULS go out, probably, maybe for next their attack.
Yeah, and you're looking at the item showcased on the board so far. Nana, Sunset Lover, even though he's not high in kills, he has some massive magic damage. Has the Genius Wand, also stacked up the Divine Glaive for some of that additional late pin. You're looking at some good ground control. DEUS VULT's playing very comfortably, but they are going to lose that bot side. Nobody there to kind of fend off those minions. Kid Bomba trying to get there in time, but it will fall. There will be another turret into the hands of BURMESE GHOULS, and now currently still down by 3. They still need to find a way to equalize this economy. When it comes to the 5v5 engagement, we've seen DEUS VULT able to kind of win it out. Hiko pulling off that massive triple kill and also allowing them to get the Lord has definitely turned this back around in their favor. But can they maintain this lead, or will we see BURMESE GHOULS find a way to disrupt their synergy?
Yeah, and the Nana having this James Bond stats, gonna try to, I don't know, get some kills probably in the next fight. Nathan here with the Ruby trying to maybe pick some random kills on the other side of map of the Lord, knowing that whole team of DEUS VULT are probably gonna get for the Lord here. I mean, I don't know, that's a kind of weird decision, and they might find carry here, which spot them immediately, even pop the ultimate for additional movement speed, just to keep herself safe and running into the Lord.
Just look at Kid Bomba with the mobility over there with the CC, pressuring D-Lar and Soxa from even being able to enter the Lord Pit, providing some great vision for the side of DEUS VULT right there.
As well.
Yeah, and the damage is there, definitely being a problem. He just picked up that Athena shield too. Looks like he was a little bit worried about Nico, possibly Stitch as well, dealing some massive damage. But now, able to kind of frontline, provide the vision, and keep BURMESE GHOULS from entering the Lord Pit seems to be his primary objective. But it's a battle of patience, right? Both teams trying to bait out some utility to be able to engage and take this neutral objective.
Yeah, just like I saw, like you can clearly see what I meant by the why Lil Gun is going for the 50-50 Lord. Like, see, DEUS VULT don't want to go towards the 50-50 Lord. They baiting enemy to attack the enemy and only then taking the Lords. That's exactly what I was asking. Like, why do you want to go for these fights?
Speaking of fights, Kid Bomba now taking a little bit of damage, sitting at about 75% HP. Entropy being activated by Stitch a little early, not inside of the Lord Pit though. Magister will claim the Lord for DEUS VULT, and now going to go in for the punish knockup with the Minoan Fury. Going to go ahead and get Soxa airborne. Not going to be able to get the kill. Hiko, though, will take down D-Lar. One member falling from the side of BURMESE GHOULS, and also a Lord into the hands for DEUS VULT.
And Minotaur couldn't, he used first skill plus flicker, but he couldn't press ult right immediately, and he got stunned, and only then he ulted. If he just spammed the ultimate, it would resulted probably more kills at this point.
Yeah, now with this Luminous Lord make his way on the top side, DEUS VULT's in a great position to be able to open up the base from BURMESE GHOUL. They only have their inhibitors to really go through. We're sitting at that 15-minute mark, 45,000 gold compared to 41. This is officially the late game, and you are looking at DEUS VULT's gonna go ahead and sink these lanes. Lord will be making his way on the top side. Will the shields of BURMESE GHOULS all the way out from Myanmar be able to hold off the dagger from Russia with DEUS VULT's pushing through?
The mid lane is being probably gonna get pushed, and the top lane, actually Lord is going to cast his skill on the turret, and when you're trying to catch the Ruby here, jumping in, having the second phase of the second skill, baiting ultimate and trying to risk it. All three lanes is being pressured, top lane by the Lord and other two lanes by the heroes, mid lane is fallen already. Ultimate here on Minotaur, but it's super risky. He still gets the ultimate, but stuns no one. Lar can't get his own ultimate decapitate on the Minotaur and tried to reverse and take it, and kind of failed a lot. Not the place you want to be here.
Ooh, they're going for the game ender, though. They don't have that much minions, though. 50% on the base crystal. Soxa very low. Kid Bomba able to get the kill. Maybe able to get another. Pops the Vengeance. Another will fall. Sunset Lever will find Stitch. Pay attention to the base crystal, though. Hiko will find Blink. Blink gets Sawa right before he falls. Hiko takes down Nico. Full wipeout for BURMESE GHOULS out from Myanmar as DEUS VULT will claim victorious, only losing Sawo, and will be able to claim the first match of the series today in Group Stage A. Off to a great start and showcasing their mastery since the M series.
Yeah, DEUS VULT show that they have the patience.
Kind of find a strategy and turn this back around in their favor, as we are now looking at some of the highlights that made the story for game 1 today. D-Lar finding Magister, Kid Bomba getting one though, as a response back is going to take down Blink. Just a lot of explosive engagements between both of these World Series competitors, but it led with DEUS VULT overall having the slightest advantage. Stitch able to claim a turret, but on the top side, you see the response back. Kid Bomba trying to hold off. Sunset Lover joining the party, though, making up the difference. Down goes D-Lar, but then that's when Soxa rushes in, right?
Oh,
Kid Bomba trying to get away, and he was able to catch him in his tracks and burst him down.
Yeah, insanely good play by Kid Bomba, and there's the flicker first kill from the Minotaur being followed up. And the fights, like, I don't know, it felt like the teams like DEUS VULT has some clearly idea of the draft, and they kind of following some kind of a plan, but BURMESE GHOULS felt like they picked just what they wanted to pick. Like, I don't know, at least is it like me feeling that, or you think this way as well?
No, I definitely agree with you. And looking at the match with that Lord being pushed in, this is where we said some heavy presence over there from Kid Bomba. And you are seeing Hiko get that kill, shuts down D-Lar. And this looks like this is possibly winding up for that game ender, as they're able to close it out with those minions through the mid lane, able to pretty much shut down BURMESE GHOUL on the 5v5 class, not even needing a Lord or the side lanes to pull it off. A good set, though, from Blink as a last-minute save, but not able to hold them off from pushing through the base crystal. And that's when you see the wipeout go into the favor for DEUS VULT, shutting down BURMESE GHOULS. MVP going over to the man himself, Sunset Lover. 2-0 and 11 on the Nana. 25% damage dealt. Gold per minute sitting at 433.
A perfect no-death game. Went in from James Bond stats to 2-0-11, which is good. Obviously doing the mage stuff, which is like magic damage pressure and the stuns, with perfect position in this game, and his passive and the flicker help him to achieve that in this game. It worked super good, and it seems like BURMESE GHOULS didn't have the the initiation wasn't there, wasn't enough to kind of like make fast kills on the enemies, even though the carry had no purify, you can basically cash her and kill, but it wasn't the case because of the positioning.
Yeah, and I mean, look at Sunset Lover, just stacked up with the magic damage. Holy Crystal, Divine Glaive, Lightning Truncheon, Echo through the hearts of the BURMESE GHOULS. Definitely showcasing why he got that MVP. 100% team fight participation to top that off. When you're looking at the side of BURMESE GHOULS, though, Stitch definitely had a game plan. 100% of the turret damage went into his hands. Just not enough for BURMESE GHOULS to be able to get that victory. Stepping into round 2, though, we got to see BURMESE GHOULS step it up a notch if they want to have a chance to be able to push forward, or they're going to be tied up with the series that we saw in the last match with Lil Gun. So they're definitely going to want to find a way to find the slightest advantage, at least get a victory here would give them a slight advantage over Lil Gun, who got a 2-0 sweep. So looking at this series so far, I would say early game pressure did go into the hands of BURMESE GHOUL. I think they did excellent on executing. But toward that mid game, when we seen Hiko get online, get that triple kill, he was able to kind of pick up the pieces. And he was 0-2 right before that, and then instantly got 3-2 and took a Lord. I think they got to find a way to just continue that pressure onto the back lane, and also find a way